Let's face it, dating is not what it used to be. From asking out that cute girl in school on a date to falling romantically in love like something straight out of a movie scene is more or less a fairy tale at this point. People nowadays have just been changing, and it really hasn't been for the better. Heyo guys, my name is Fear, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about why I think dating is getting harder. So I'm just going to start off with the most obvious reason right off the bat and point the finger at phones. We live in a time now where we are more connected than ever, yet all we've been really doing to each other is isolating ourselves further from each other. Ghosting has become a highly common thing now, and sending a text message to a friend to a lot of people just seems to be too much work. I of course can't speak for everyone, but a lot of us now aren't really trying anymore with each other. In general, all we do is scroll on social media all day, either comparing our lives to fake realities, or we just absorb, most times, useless information. Why go out there and try to find that perfect someone when you can just sit home on your phone for hours playing a game or venting about your problems online instead? That's much easier, right? Our phones are essentially giving us bursts of dopamine to the point where we've got little kids addicted to scrolling through their screens all day. The reason you feel kinda sluggish or unmotivated after spending 30 minutes on your phone scrolling through Twitter is because you've overstimulated your dopamine in your brain, which is the reward chemical responsible for motivation, desire, and so many other things that make life great. But because we're getting it easier and easier, we're exhausting our neurotransmitters in our head, making us a bunch of lazy, unmotivated, and downright sad people. Totally didn't mean to go all science on you, but I can personally say that I have noticed a huge difference in myself when I'm on my phone often, as opposed to barely going on it at all. The reason why you find it so hard to stay off your phone isn't because you've grown a fond friendship with it. It's because your brain is chemically addicted to receiving that dopamine. So back to this whole relationship stuff and dating. People aren't really trying to go out and meet each other. We're becoming antisocial because we're trapped in this mess, and with all these dating apps, all it's really done is make people more shallow, if anything, and keep us in swipe land, basing pretty much solely looks on attraction when there is so much more to people than just looks. Yet we swipe left or right anyways because that's just what we've come to nowadays. Just to toss this in here for anyone that has low self-esteem and uses dating apps, guys, attraction is totally subjective and different based on every individual. One person who doesn't find you attractive, another will. Plus, there is a lot more meaning to who you are as a person than your looks. So, keep that in mind. Alright, moving on. So, I'd like to quickly take a step back to what I said before about phones disconnecting people. We need social interaction. It is a part of human nature, and the more you interact with people, the better you obviously become at it. Think of talking to people like a muscle. If you don't flex it or use it much, it's gonna deflate and get weak over time. And that is essentially what is happening to everyone now. Everyone is so used to just typing words that have no emotion really into a screen, but yet interacting with another human right next to you is perceived as weird and uncomfortable. Break the silence, guys. Force yourself to talk to others. Fight the awkwardness and try to overcome it, because it's already sad that people's ideas of hanging out just involve being in the presence of others while being on each other's phones. Use your phone as a tool and not as some kind of other part of you. Phones are fantastic, don't get me wrong. If you use them in the right way, that will benefit you, not destroy your social skills. Reach out to a friend. Totally devote your time to a loved one. If anything, try and limit the time you spend on your phone and social media to help you live a more optimal and satisfying life. I would actually encourage you to all download a phone app that tracks your time spent on your phone, just so you can really see how much time you spend on it. If you do, I'd really love if you could be honest and comment how long you spend on your phone per day down in the comments below. I'll be real and say I average about 4 hours a day, and that's not good at all, which I'm trying to cut down on more. So, let me know. As As of recently, I have noticed a severe divide between men, women, and just society in general that has led to misconceptions and many other bad traits and images that are totally pushing all of us away from each other. From men being perceived as all the same, typically only out for one thing, aggressive no good for nothings, to women being shallow, narcissistic, and full of themselves, we are totally feeding into nothing but false realities and hate towards one another, making us all look at each other differently, and it's really not good. I couldn't tell you how many good guys I know out there who are afraid to talk to women now because they're afraid they're gonna be perceived as some kind of hostility or a person with bad intentions. I know women have been through hell and back with their own problems throughout the ages, but considering I'm not one, I can't speak for them. However, I can certainly say, as someone who believes in equal rights on every front, trying to better the other side and turn on them with hate is only going to make things worse, and that goes for every movement out there. I do hope bringing awareness to this problem helps stop the spread of these mindsets, and I would really like to always say, form your own opinions instead of following others, because that's really the only way to see the reality of something. Now, I want to state here that I'm not saying that you can't date online or that it's not possible for it to work out. I understand that online dating is a big thing now, and it has certainly worked out for many people, including myself at times. But there is still a huge underlying factor that doesn't correlate with traditional dating, and that is the physical. Physically being in the presence of someone you like or being there to get feelings for is far more powerful than just reading text messages and flirting through online text. Without getting to know someone, even emotionally, let alone just through text, can certainly take a lot of feelings out of the interaction. Speaking to someone you find attractive physically online doesn't tell you if they're emotionally compatible with someone, or who they are, or how they behave, which can make that cute guy or girl all of a sudden go from a 10 to a 2 real quick. My main point is it doesn't really have all the right factors to lead to a genuine experience of getting to know one another. For the people who find love online, I'm happy for you, I really am. And for the people trying to find love but no luck, maybe forcing yourself a little out of your comfort zone and getting out into the world to meet some people might help. But to each their own, and of course I realize that's not the easiest thing to do either, but you never know. I will tell you this though, staying inside all day is definitely not the right way to meet people. Trust me, I would know. At the end of the day, a lot is changing, and with the dominant takeover of social media, online interactions, and phones getting more and more updated with new features, it's hard to say if we're maybe just in a rocky place with this, and that all these problems are temporary, but I can certainly tell you that love is love, and I hope nothing but luck and success on all the single people out there's journey on finding it, including myself. If you find online dating is a better way to go, then by all means go for it, and don't feel like it's wrong to do so. I merely just wanted to bring more attention to the negative side of what's been going on, because even though it's worked well for some people, the majority of everyone have been struggling a little bit with dating, and with the whole dopamine overstimulation and antisocial feelings, it has put a lot of us in a bad spot. So I hope bringing awareness to all of this helps some of you out there, and I hope you guys learned a few things. But anyways guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. It would be amazing if you could leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and check out some of the other videos I got up on here as well. And prepare yourselves for some great content ahead. I'm trying to upload every day or two, so I'm kicking it into overdrive now. Also, feel free to follow me on my social media at TheFearRaiser on Twitter and at TFRJordan on Instagram. Thanks so much for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya! 4 eggs? Come on, just 2 more eggs? 2 more? Oh, she's coming up! No! Oh god, oh god. No, 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 no!
Bring me eggs.
Ah! No!